okay? 3 would be you're gonna sink all the way down this large amplitude and you're gonna come out halfway. See, I'm not even coming out to the surface, I'm just coming up halfway. Feel the bottom of the table, come up halfway. That's 3, large amplitude at the end of the joint range. 4 would be that you sink down and you stay there, small amplitude at the end of the range, boop, boop. Can you see why 3 and 4 would change range of motion, where 1 and 2, we're not going to the bottom of the joint, so we're not gonna change range of motion, okay? So let's have you come back here. So if you ever feel like, oh, I'm getting confused, come back and try that again on the table so you can kind of get a picture of where you need to be. So what I want is the distal tib fib to actually be at the end of the table, so he's too far off, so I'm going to scoop it just a little bit. It's right here. But we need to have, sorry, we need to have our joint free though. Sorry, my dog here too. We need to have the joint to be free so that we can be able to move. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put my weight and push down into the table. I'm not gonna squeeze because that's gonna hurt. Lots of patients have very superficial vessels here, so communicate with your patient. Many patients will say, oh, that feels really uncomfortable right here. And you might not even feel like you're doing that much or pressing that much, so just be careful with that. So here, I'm gonna place my second MCP over his tail, so I actually can see his tail, it's right here, but you may not see it in some patients, and I'm gonna just move him back and forth so I can really feel that moving underneath my hand. So here, I'm gonna bring him into a slight open pack position, and I'm gonna start with 1. Doesn't really look like I'm doing much, right? But this is actually really quite wonderful. How do you feel?
That's all right.
Okay. And 2, I'm gonna sink down a little bit more. Okay?
Yeah.